Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Right, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, hope everyone is well. Apologies for the slight delay today. We were on lesson number. So we did
finish 3.
Sorry, we finished lesson number.
Yeah, 3.
4. We finished 4.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, we finished 4.
No,
What
we
did we
finished
finish?
3. We have to start 4.
Finished 3. We did
Are we
not do
gonna
4. My head maybe.
Right, that is lesson number 4, I believe so. This is the lesson which we need to do. Right, okay. Now, in this lesson itself is a straightforward lesson. The main theme in this lesson, it's about.
Yes.
Now, where's the points to remember? Right, so the points to remember, I'm going to ask Sister, who I'm going to ask? Sister Mona, as you wasn't able to read last lesson. Sister Mona, would you be able to come on the mic? Or are you still driving back home? Sister Mona,
No, I can read it. I can read it. Assalamu alaikum. Sorry.
Yeah.
What page is that, Sheikh?
Page number 14.
I'm on it. 1 second. Number 14. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So the points to remember starts a little bit before. It starts on page 11. Do you want me to just begin on page 14 from the top, number 6?
Page
4.
40.
Oh, page 40. My apologies. Okay, points to remember. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In this lesson, we learned the following. Number 1, the verb in the Madi past tense, Zahaba, he went, Raja'a, he returned. Most Arabic verbs have only 3 letters, which are called the radicals. The basic form of the verb in the Arabic is the Madi. As we have seen in book 2, Zahaba means he went. But if it is followed by the subject, the pronoun he is to be omitted. For example, Zahaba Bilalun means Bilal went and not Bilal he went. In the same way, Zahabtu means she went, but if the subject follows the pronoun she is dropped. For example, Zahabtu Aminatu, Amina went. In Zahaba he
It
went.
is Zahabat. It's not Zahabtu. Zahabat.
Zahabat. I apologize. Zahabat. In Zahaba he went and Zahabat she went. The subject is said to be Damir Mustatir, hidden pronoun. To this basic form of the Madi, suffixes are added to indicate the other pronouns. This process is called Isnad. In this lesson, we learned the Isnad of the verb in the Madi to the following pronouns. Zahaba, he went. The subject is Damir Mustatir. Zahabat, she went. The subject is Damir Mustatir. The ta is the sign of it being feminine. Zahabu, they went. The subject is the wa. The alif after the wa is not pronounced. Zahabu. And then zahabna, they went. The subject is the noon. Zahabna. And then zahabta, you went. Masculine singular. The subject is ta. Zahabtu, I went. The subject is tu. Zahabtu. On the next page, note the difference.
Just 1 second now. Now,
Okay.
you need to understand on this lesson, this page itself, from this points to remember. Now, the main theme is this, is that every verb has a doer. Every verb has a doer, a fa'il, a person who's performing an action, okay? Now, you have the sentence construction of a verbal sentence is what? how does a verbal sentence be constructed? Does anyone remember?
Fail and file.
You
Fail
have
come.
correct. You have if verb, doer, and then you have the object after. Normally, the third position of the sentence is the object. Verb, doer, and object. Now, this is called a verbal sentence. Jumla fi'liya. Everyone listening? It's called jumla fi'liya. Now, sometimes verb, doer is not mentioned. You don't have it like a. For example, if I said Daraba Zaidun Khalidan. Daraba Zaidun Khalidan. Zaid hit Khalid. So here, Zaid is coming as the doer of the hitting, and Khalid is the object. Now, sometimes what happens, instead of having a noun, like a name of a person, Zaid being mentioned, you sometimes have Daraba Khalidan. Everyone understanding? Daraba Khalidan. Khalidan has a fatha tanween. So who is the fa'il now? When we say Daraba Khalidan, who is the fa'il? Who is the one who has performed the action?
It's mustatir, it is going towards huwa.
Exactly. That is the point. That all verbs in the Arabic language, they will either have a visible noun, which is coming after the verb, which is the person who's performing the action, or it will be the actual pronouns, which are either sometimes hidden in the verb, in the daraba and the darabat. These two forms, the doer, he and she is hidden, but apart from the remaining, there's some sort of suffixes attached to the verb, which represents he, she, they, I, we, or we or they. So it has some sort of suffixes which represents pronouns who's performing the action. Now, when the doer of the verb is not mentioned, like Zaid, Khalid, then the pronoun is what we rely on, and they are then regarded as the person who's doing the action. Now, are all pronouns human beings?
Yes.
No.
No. They can be referring to inanimate objects as well.
MashaAllah. Exactly. So all pronouns are not referring to human beings. They themselves, in essence, if I say huwa, he, we don't understand who that person he is. It doesn't allow us to understand who that person is. But in a context, when we use pronouns, normally these pronouns would always refer to an individual in that context, who this he is referring to, or who is she referring to. For example, Fatima, say, for example, we said, let's say, Amina came to the classroom. Amina came to the classroom. She was really tired. She was crying. Who are we talking about now? She is an intelligent girl.
Amina.
Is Amina different from she, or she and Amina is the same person?
Same person.
Exactly. So you need to understand this, that the pronouns always have to refer back to a human being. Otherwise, if you just continue she, it provides no information of who is the actual person who's performing the action. It creates confusion if you said he went to the shop, he bought some eggs, he went there. He's an absent person because we don't know who this person is. Pronouns are used to create eloquency in the actual context and in the actual passage. Rather than repeating his name again and again, you reuse pronoun he or she just to make it more eloquent, the whole actual context. Is that clear for everyone?
Yes. Sheikh, I
Yes.
want clarification, please.
Yep, go ahead.
So basically, huwa and here
Yep.
that refer to inanimate, because huma and hunna, and those are always for human beings or jinn or angels, correct?
Absolutely correct. Absolutely. So huwa and hiya, they can be used for objects and human beings, and all of the plurals and the duals will only be all of the duals will be used. So the duals can be used Yeah, the duals can be used for non-living objects as well. Because if there's two non-living objects, then you have to use dual format. But for the plurals, all the plurals of the verbs are only going to be used for human beings. They will never be used for non-living things itself. Because as we know from book 2, all innate objects, non-living, irrational objects, they will be treated as singular feminine. So the adjectives will be treated as singular feminine, and when we are referring to them, we use either huwa or hiya, depending upon whether they are singular or plural. Is this clear?
Yes.
Any other questions from anyone?
Dual could still use for non-human beings too.
No,
So ask question, doctor.
Dual still could be used for non-human beings.
no, he said duals can only be used for humans or not or living things.
And the doctor's right. It can be also used for non-living things as well. Because when you have for example, if you said Baitani, you cannot say Baitani, Huwa Baitani. You have to use a dual as well to refer to them, because there are two objects itself. You cannot use here and refer to two objects. You will have to use a dual for that itself. That is correct, doctor.
Thanks.
But the plurals of non-living things will be treated singular feminine. Okay, that's a good question, right? Sister, who I'm going to ask next? Next page, I'll ask Sister Najla.
Okay. Note the difference between the masculine and feminine forms. Aina Bilalun wa Hamidun wa Khalidun. Zahabu ila Sawkin. Sawkin.
Ila Suki.
Suki. Aina Amanatu wa Fatimatu wa Zainabu. Zahabna ila madrasati.
Okay, now what's happening here now? Now, let me explain that. Aina Bilalun wa Hamidun wa Khalid. There are three names of three different individuals. Now, because it's three individuals, and that's treated as a plural, so when we're going to use a verb, we will have to use a plural verb, dhahabu and dhahabna.
Okay.
So when names of three individuals, then it's plural. And for example, if the sentence, now remember this point, now if a sentence started with a verb, for example, if I want to say Bilal, Hamid, and Khalid went to the market, and the sentence began with a verb, I can use the singular verb and have all three individuals as the doers. For example, if I said Dhahaba Bilalun wa Hamidun wa Khalidun ila Suki, that is perfectly correct. So you can have a singular verb and have three individuals who are performing the action. But if the people who are performing the action precede the verb, then in that scenario, the verb has to correspond to the individuals who has come prior to the verb itself. Whereas Bilalun, Hamid, and Khalid is three individuals. That's the reason why it's Dhahabu ila Suki. But if Dhahaba came first, and then we had Bilal, Hamid, and Khalid, it will be in a complete correct sentence. Now, the difference is, what is the difference between the two? As a question, fair question to ask. If I mention Bilal, Hamid, and Khalid, and then we use Dhahabu, the plural, what's the difference in the translation? The difference of the translation is this. You will say Bilal, Hamid, and Khalid, they went to the market. So what will happen is that you're using their names, plus you're using the pronoun of the verb, because normally the doer of the verb should come after the verb. But because it's come before it, the verb has to correspond so that this can be related back to Hamid, Bilal, and so forth. So that's the reason why you will use they pronoun in the translation. They went to the market. But if the verb came beginning, and then if we said Dhahaba Bilalun wa Hamidun wa Khalidun ila Suki, you could literally translate it, Bilal, Hamid, and Khalid went to the market. Is that clear?
Yes. So if verb comes first, then you can use a singular.
Yes, correct. And there's no need to say they. in the translation. It's only when you say they, when the verb comes before the verb, when the doer comes before the verb itself. In this case, is that clear?
So should I carry on?
Yes, please.
To render a verb in the mazi negative, the particle ma is used. For example, ma zahabtu ila sawki.
Ila suki.
Ala suki. I went to the market. Zahabtu ila suki, and then is I went to the market, and then I did not go to the market will be ma zahabtu ila suki. Ma kharajal imamu min al masjidi. The imam did not go out of the mosque.
Excellent.
Dakhala Bilalun walakinnahu ma jalasa. Bilal entered, but he did not sit. The difference between Bala and Nam. The word Bala is used to reply to a negative question. If a Muslim is asked, Alasta be Muslimi? Are you not a Muslim? The answer is Bala. Ana Muslim. Yes, I am a Muslim. But if a non-Muslim is asked the same question, he replies, Lasto be Muslimin. Nam lasto be Muslimin. So in a reply to a negative question, Nam means no and Bala means yes if the answer is yes to a negative question, right? German has a word for Bala and it is Dosh. Lana.
Li'anna.
La'anna.
Yeah.
La'anna, because.
Li'anna.
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 Because.
Because ma kharajtu min al bayti li'anna al juwa baridun.
Li'anna al jawa.
Jawa. Okay.
Baridun.
I did not go out of the house because the weather is cold.
Correct.
Zahaba Ibrahimu ila mustashfa la annahu marizan. Ibrahim went to the hospital because he is sick. Note that la anna is made up for lam, for, and inna, which is a sister of inna.
Correct.
Anna, which is a sister of inna. So the noun following it is mansoob.
So can you see what li'anna al-jawwa? It's not al-jawwu, it's al-jawwa. Because of li'anna, it enters a sentence of subject and predicate and changes the subject, which is marfu, to mansoob.
Okay.
And baridun is the khabar of li'anna itself.
Okay.
Vocab, two words.
Okay.
Sheikh, before you continue, can I
Yep.
ask a question? So when you say li'anna, whatever is after li'anna, it's always in the present tense, the sentence?
Yes, li'anna always implies present tense. It applies past tense, correct.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Vocabulary. La basa, may no harm come to you, said to one who is sick. Shy, tea.
Excellent. Okay, let's start now. Can I request, I think this is a Tasneem, and where is our other sister? Layla, she hasn't come. Okay, then Tasneem with sister Dordana.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaykum salam.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yusufu. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The peace be on you and the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Ibrahim wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban bika. Peace be upon you and rahmat and barakah of Allah be on you. And ahlan wa sahlan. I am good.
Welcome.
Marhaban bika. And how about you?
No, so welcome.
Marhaban means welcome.
Oh, and welcome. Ya Khali kaifa haluka la'allaka bi khairin. Ya Khali, oh brother.
Oh, Khali, oh uncle. Brother, mom's brother.
My uncle.
Yep.
Oh, my uncle. how are you? And I hope you are well. I hope you are well.
Correct. I hope you're well. Correct.
Okay, Alhamdulillah, I am fine with the blessings of Allah. Aina abuka ya Ibrahimu. Where is your father, O Ibrahim?
Zahabta ila suqi. He went to souk.
Can
Oh,
you
he
read
went
that
to
again?
market.
ذهب إلى السوق. He went to the market.
Yeah,
He
thank
went
you.
to the market.
Wa aina ummuka. And where is your mother?
Zahabat ila khalati Zainaba. She went to my aunt Zainab.
Excellent. Jazakallah tasneem and both for you. Next two people, Sister Wajda and Sister Kulsum. Continue where they left off.
Okay. Aina ikhwatuka. Where is your brothers? Where are your brothers?
ذهبوا إلى الجامعة. They went to the university.
وأين
They are using zahabu here, plural, because we are talking about the, it's an answer to that first question, ikhwatuka.
Yeah. Aina akhawatuka. And where are your sisters?
ذهبنا إلى المدرسة. They went to the school.
أما ذهبت إلى المدرسة اليوم? Didn't you go to the school today?
Bala, of course. ذهبت ورجعت. I went and I returned. بعد الحصة الأولى, after first period.
لماذا رجعت? Why did you return?
رجعت لأنني مريض. I returned because I am sick.
Excellent.
لا بأس. ذهبت إلى الطبيب? No problem. Did you go to the doctor?
نعم ذهبت. Yes, I went.
Excellent. Jazakallah. Thank you for that. Next page, I'm going to ask Sister Mona. Sister Mona Zadi, can you do 1, 2, and 3?
Sure, Sheikh. Give me 1 second. Sorry, just 1 second. Number 1 on the bottom.
No.
Ibrahim, is that
Yeah.
the one?
أين ذهب
Abu Ibrahim.
Aina Zahaba Abu Ibrahim. Where did Abu Ibrahim go? The Uncle Ibrahim go?
Mhm.
Oh,
And so
father.
the father of Ibrahim go?
Yeah.
Zahaba ila al-suki.
Yep.
And then number 2, wa aina zahabat Aminatu. And where did Amina go?
Ummuhu.
Ummuhu. Sorry. Ummuhu. Where did she go? Who knows? Zahabtu ilal khalati Zainabu.
All right.
And then number 3, Mati
Mata.
Mata Raja'a Ibrahimu Minal Madrasati.
When did?
When did Ibrahim return from the madrasa, from the school? Zahabu ilal Jamia.
Raja'a.
He returned after the first period.
He returned after the first period. Raja'at.
No, you have to say the third. You have to not say, you cannot say I returned. You have to say he returned.
He returned. So Zahaba ilal madrasa.
No. Raja'at.
Raja'at.
No,
Raja'a.
Correct. So from Raja'tu will be Raja'a Ba'dal
Raja'a Badal, and the first period would be
القصة الأولى.
Badal Isfatul Hula.
القصة الأولى, correct.
Isfatul Hula. Okay.
Now,
Thank you.
you're welcome. The next exercise I will ask right, I'm going to ask Simona, I'm going to ask you to do 2 more, 1 and 2 for the next exercise. Mark the correct statements with the tick and the incorrect with the X.
So Ibrahimu Ibnu Ukhti Yusufa. Ibrahim is that's correct.
Ibrahim is the son of the sister Yusuf.
Of Yusuf.
Yes.
That's correct. And Yusufa Ammu Ibrahimu. Yusuf is the uncle of Ibrahim. That's correct.
No.
No.
Incorrect.
Okay, that's incorrect.
Mhm.
And number 3. Okay, thank you.
Finish it off.
أخوات إبراهيم ذهبنا إلى مكتبات.
Yeah.
So I'm going to interrupt here. So when you say akhawatu Ibrahima, because because it's mudaf ilayh.
It's mudaf ilayh because it's a dip tone noun.
Yeah, so it goes mansub.
Correct. That's right.
Okay, thank you.
So the sister Ibrahim went. Did the sister Ibrahim went to the library? Now where are the sisters of Ibrahim?
They went
Did
to
they go to the suki? Didn't they go to the market?
Exactly.
Rasat.
ذهبنا إلى المدرسة وأين أخواتك? Where is it? ذهبنا إلى المدرسة. That's incorrect.
That's incorrect.
Yeah, they went to أخوات إبراهيم ذهبنا إلى not إلى المكتبة. They went to the school.
Yes. And then number 4. أخوات إبراهيم ذهبوا إخوات إبراهيم ذهبوا إلى الجامعة. That's
وأين إخوة ذهبوا إلى الجامعة. Correct.
correct. And then number 5, إبراهيم ما ذهب إلى
الطبيب.
الطبيب.
That's correct. He didn't go to the doctors.
He said نعم ذهبت.
He did go to the doctor.
He went to
did go to
doctor.
ما ذهبت؟ لا ذهبت ورجعت. Yeah.
Yeah, نعم ذهبت on the bottom of the page.
Yes. لا بأس. ذهبت إلى الطبيب. نعم ذهبت.
Yeah.
جزاك الله for that. Thank you. Now, doctor. Assalamu alaikum, doctor.
Walaikum salam, walaikum salam.
I would like you to do the next exercise, doctor. Now, this is the most challenging one. I gave you the most challenging one and the most best one. Now, this exercise here now, doctor, can you see here now? Al-awladu ila al-mal'abi. Now, the word al-awladu is plural. So whenever nouns, which are plural, come before a verb, the verb has to be in the same format, plural. Al-mudarris is singular, the verb will remain singular. Ukhti is female, the verb should be singular female. At-talibatu is plural, the verb should be plural female. Ana is singular, the verb will be singular. Aina, anta, so you talk about you, so the verb should be also singular, matching anta. Bismillah, continue. So the question says, fill in the blanks with a suitable form of the verb dhahaba. So the different 14 forms of dhahaba according to the different scenarios you're coming. Bismillah.
Awladu ila malabi.
Al-awladu.
Ila malabi.
So why should it be al-awladu dhahaba or dhahabu? Which one is it?
Dhahabu.
Al-awladu dhahabu.
Ila malabi.
Correct.
المدرسة إلى الفصل. ذهب بالبلد. المدرسة
Yep.
ذهب إلى الفصل.
المدرس ذهب إلى الفصل. Correct.
الأختي إلى المكتبة مدرسة. أختي is plural, I think.
So, no, أختي is singular. My sister.
ذهبت
أختي ذهبت, correct.
مطبخ.
إلى المطبخ, correct.
الطالبات إلى المدرسة.
الطالبات. So what should be the verb?
الطالبات ذهبنا إلى المدرسة. ذهبنا. الطالبات
ذهبنا إلى المدرسة, correct.
أنا إلى ذهبت. أنا ذهبت إلى المطار.
Correct.
أين
إلى المطار, what does that mean?
Matari means airport.
Yes, I went to the airport, correct.
أين أنت?
أين أنت. So what should be the verb here?
أين ذهبنا?
أين ذهبت. Correct.
ذهب.
So what does أين ذهبت mean here?
أنت.
So what should be the verb?
أين ذهبت? أنت.
أنت, correct. Correct. Ahsant.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Right, next person, I'm going to ask Sister Sister Dordana. Can you do the next exercise, please? So the next exercise requires you correct the following sentences. So look at the sentences. The verbs are incorrect.
Oh, is it correct or incorrect or?
No, you have to change the verbs.
Okay. ذهبت إلى المستشفى يا محمد.
So ذهبت إلى المستشفى يا محمد. What does ذهبت mean?
ذهبت means I.
Exactly, and it says Ya Muhammad, oh Muhammad. You're talking to the second person. So what should it be?
ذهبت.
Correct. ذهبت إلى المستشفى يا محمد. Correct. Next one.
آمنة وفاطمة وزينب رجعوا من الجامعة.
What should it be? Raja'a, raja'a, raja'u. Raja'u is masculine. And the verb?
Rajana.
Correct. Amina wa Fatima Zainab raja'na min al-jami'ati. Correct.
Zumalai zahaba ila al-makkati. Ila al-makkati. My colleague.
Ana raja'tu. Ana raja'tu min al-riyadhi.
No, this Zumalai.
Zamilun Zumala'un is plural. So
okay. Okay. Zumalai means zahabu.
Correct. So colleagues.
Yeah, colleagues. Ana rajatu min al-riyazi amsi.
ये ठीक है.
Ana raja.
Ana rajatu is correct. Yeah, but ana is I, so you have to change the rajata to rajatu. Rajatu, correct.
Yeah. Maryamu wa banatuhu zahabat ila juddata. Maryamu wa banatu both zahabata. Yeah, zahabata for two.
No, it is banatuha. So it's
Maryam and her daughters, plural, daughters.
Oh, zahabna.
Correct.
Ummi khala ana marizun.
Ummi kala. So, my mother, he said.
She
said. Ummi
Ummi, how do you say she said instead of he said?
Khalaha.
Nay. Qala, qalu, qala, qala, qalu, qalat.
No, khalati.
Nay, qalat, just qalat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Khalat. Ana marizun.
Ana marida.
It's not Marizun. She's feminine.
No. Ummi, my mother, she said.
Okay.
Ummi qalat, she said. Yeah, so that is correct. Just
What is it?
yeah, because in my mother, she said, she's not talking about you, she's talking about herself. Ana maridatun, with a time marbuta at the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ana maridatun. Jazakallah. Next exercise, Sister Wajda, can you do the next one? Answer the following questions in the negative using ma.
Okay. Azahabta ilal madrasati amsi. Did you go to school yesterday? La. No. Ma zahabtu. I didn't go.
Ma dhahabtu ila al-madrasati ams. Complete sentence, please. So ma dhahabtu la.
La ma zahabtu ilal madrasati amsi.
Correct. Next one.
Arja'a abuka min Baghdadi. Did your father return from Baghdad? La. No. Ma raja'a abi min Baghdad.
Excellent.
Azahabat ukhtuka ilal mustashfa. Did your sister went to the hospital? La. No. Ma zahabat ukhti ilal mustashfa.
Jazakallah. Sister,
What was the habta?
so ma dhahabat ukhti ila al-mustashfa. Ma dhahabat ukhti. My sister did not go to the hospital.
Thank you. I was making an error there. Thank
No
you.
problem. Sister Kulthum, Bismillah. Next exercise.
Okay. La anna. So inna plus li. Li plus anna is li anna. Wa anna min akhwati inna. So li anna is akhwati inna. So la anna plus huwa is la annahu. La anna plus here is la annaha. La anna plus anta is la annaka.
Is it li anna or la anna?
Li anna.
Li anna. Okay.
Yeah.
Li anna. So li anna plus anta is li annaka. Raja'a Hamidun min al madrasati li annahu marizun. So Hamid returned from the school because he was sick.
Correct.
Raja'at Aminatu min al madrasati li annaha marizatun. Amina returned from school because she was sick.
Correct. So it's changing the pronoun after li'annahu, which is he, because he, ha, li'annaha, because of her, li'annani, because of I.
Yeah, so rajatu min al madrasati li'annani marizatun. I returned from the school because I was sick.
Jazakallah.
Thank you. Sheikh, I do have one question regarding those verbs. The use of the verbs singular versus plural, is that only for third person?
What do you mean?
So when we are saying, instead of saying raja, let's say zahabu, you say zahaba tullabun, so the students return.
Yeah.
But you cannot say that from we returned, right? And say just raja'a anna. You have to use that for third person only, correct?
Raja'a is used for the verb, correct. So you cannot say ana raja'a. No, you can't. You have to say ana raja'tu.
Right. So it's only, or even for the second person, you have to use the plural or singular applies only to the third person.
Correct.
Thank you.
Right. The next exercise will be done. I'm going to. Okay. What's this exercise here? Read the examples and answer for the question by Bala. No, there's no need to do this exercise. Only Sister Najla, just do the exercise, the example, and that's it. I don't do the exercise. No need to do it. Bismillah.
Read the examples and answer the following questions by using Nam or Bala. Zahabta ila madrasate amse. Nam zahabto. Ama zahabta ila madrasate amse. Bala zahabto.
What's the questions? Translate the meanings.
Okay. Did you go to the madrasa today?
Yes. You went to school yesterday.
Yesterday, yes, I went.
Correct. Next one.
Amma zahabta ilal madrasate. I don't know how to describe this.
So Amma dhahabta ila al-madrasa. Did you go to school yesterday? Did you? So Amma is a more of a question of astonishment and ta'ajjub. Did you not go to school yesterday?
Okay. Did you not?
Yeah.
Go to the school yesterday?
Correct. So there's
yes,
a bit of
Bala. Bala is when it's a negative question and the answer is yes.
yes, correct.
So Bala zahabto.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
So whenever Amma comes, the answer will be Bala dhahabtu. That's the ruling itself.
Okay.
Right. That's the exercise. I'm not going to do the rest 1, 2, and 3. There's no need. I just want to check. I think this is the end of the lesson. Yeah, that's the end of the lesson. So I'm not going to go for the next lesson because the whole lesson itself is a quite a long-winded lesson. So that's the reason why I'm going to go on to the next lesson. I just wanted to take it easy and not push you too much. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajjal farajum. Any questions on this?
No, sir.
Oh, okay then. Okay, so please keep up the. I know it's sometimes dragging, but please keep up the handwriting and the lessons, and especially the vocabulary which you're learning, because this book is a really important book just to get to the transition and just change decks from becoming Arabic learners to students of the Arabic language and trying to study via the Arabic language Islamic sciences. So inshallah, we're not too far away from that phase as well, inshallah. So keep up the hard work, and inshallah, I'll get you to that destiny as well, inshallah.
Inshallah. Sheikh, I have one comment. Taking this class is actually really helping me recognize how important it is to pay attention to those fata, dhamma, whether it is what changes the meaning so much, you know.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much, because it is helping recognize that.
This is the beginning. Yeah, you'll see when we go when I'll be starting the actual next phase, because this book 3, it hasn't got all of the grammar. So what I'm going to do is that after book 3, I will I'll not start book 4. I'm going to just start the Arabic grammar book, just to cover those topics which haven't been covered. Once I've done that, the topics which have been missed out, then I'm going to start, as I said, with the other group. I will start tafsir in Arabic language. And if you want to, I know some students don't want to do other subjects, but if other students want to study jurisprudence, want to study history of Islam, or want to study akhlaq, want to study fiqh, I can start those subjects in the Arabic language and study the books. Because studying in the Arabic language is much more enjoyable than studying in the English language. And inshallah, you will reap fruits from your hard efforts, persevering. Inshallah, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajjal farajam.